What is this spring-loaded tool with a wooden handle? I found this in my grandfather's old stuff in Switzerland, and it could be about 50 plus years old. The nozzle unscrews. Can anyone help identify this? It is a tiny gun called Kaninchentoter, which means rabbit killer. It's a spring-loaded device used for killing or stunning rabbits, particularly in the context of farming. It uses 22 BB or a 6mm Flowbert. These are rabbit killers too, but of different designs. What is this unusual ship at sea? I saw this out at sea while making a crossing on a ferry from Hong Kong. Obviously, there are lots of tankers and cargo ships in this region, but these towers are massively tall compared to the surrounding ships. Does anyone know for what this design is utilized? It's the Boca Vanguard, the world's largest heavy cargo ship. These ships can assist in rescue operations, such as rescuing stranded ships or aiding in natural disaster relief. It partially submerges and then floats under a ship. When it rises back up, the ship sits on the platform and can be transported. It's the ship shipping ships. Before being known as Boca Vanguard, this ship was known as Dockwise Vanguard. It was built in 2013 by the South Korean shipbuilding company Hyundai Heavy Industries. Sailing under the flag of Curaçao, this ship has a length of 275 meters, a width of 27 meters, and a gross tonnage of 91,700 tons. It has a cargo capacity of 116,000 tons, is operated by a crew of 40, and is powered by 2 engines with a total horsepower of 35,400. It is commonly used to transport heavy loads such as oil rigs, port cranes, offshore wind turbines, and large vessels with a maximum speed of 12 knots. What are those metal decorative things that restrict the width of the car park entry, found in Torino, Italy? It is made of metal, and it looks old. What is the purpose of this? These are called guard stones. They are often made of stones, and they push cartwheels in if a carriage gets too close to the walls, protecting the sides of the wide double doorways or archways. I've been all over Torino. These are very common there. When these buildings were built, the horse stables were in the center of the building. What is this metal object with prongs found in the Swiss Alps? It was found not near any footpaths next to a small mountain river. It's quite heavy, and it looks like some type of military device. My first assumption was some type of air-dropped practice bomb, but that seems unlikely given that I found it in a nature reserve that is accessible to civilians year-round with lots of hikers. Any ideas? It's the remains of a 106mm recoilless rifle round, designed for use in the M40 recoilless rifle, a US anti-tank weapon widely used from the 1950s through the 1980s. Unfortunately, it looks like the bit that goes bang is still very much there and intact. Probably they use recoilless rifles for avalanche control. That's why it's in the Alps. Send the photo to the cops and let them sort it out. What are these things made of brass? This was posted on Facebook saying, "I'm sure you won't be able to identify what this is. If you can, you must have a lot of experience." Some speculation on the comments are weights for old double-hung windows, bosun's pipes, plumb bobs, weight measurements for a scale, wine bottle corks, and dog whistles. Has anyone seen these things before? It's an antique Beaufort whistle for Birmingham police, made by John Barral in Birmingham from 1885 to 1900. The Birmingham police used Beaufort-style whistles before switching to tube whistles towards the end of the 19th century, and the Beaufort style was phased out. These whistles are named after the Duke of Beaufort, specifically because he ordered whistles of this type. The Duke's request for whistles, made to the same pattern as supplied before, the tapered tube design, led to the name Beaufort being applied to this specific whistle design. What is this object donated to a museum before cataloging procedures were implemented? It fits in the palm of your hand and is made of bronze. What is its country of origin, name, and purpose? Any clues are much appreciated. It's an Indian mango-shaped coin pot from the first half of the 20th century. It was used as a wallet in the past and could be worn around the waist with a hook. This coin pot is shaped like a mango and has a peacock detail on top. The shape was meant to trick thieves into thinking that it is a fruit. This is also considered a sign of social status and wealth. What is this large iron cylinder in County Fermanagh, Northern Ireland? It's very heavy, about 5 feet tall, it has a handle, and it appears that the top portion is a flue or smokestack. The logo top line reads R. Robinson, the middle line is Lisburn, and the bottom line is C. Antrim. The C is short for county. Thank you everyone for any help trying to figure this one out. It's part of an 1840s steaming apparatus, particularly for cooking livestock feed. In the 1840s, Richard Robinson of Lisburn was a well-known manufacturer of churns and steaming apparatus for animal foods. Here is an illustration of one of Mr. Robinson's feed steamers, which admittedly does not really resemble your item. Yours may be a different model or a later improvement to the design. What is this tower for? I think it might be a fire watch tower, but I can't figure out what are those hanging wires for. I really appreciate any help you can provide. It's a fire hose drying tower, usually found at fire stations and used to hang and dry fire hoses after use. After firefighting operations, hoses are wet and often dirty. If not properly dried, moisture inside the hose can cause mold or mildew, material degradation, and it will shorten the hose's life. I found this at my internship, and they said I could have it if I wanted. I'm interning at a law firm for the summer, and I found this in a box of documents that were to be shredded, and I had to do the clerical work on. My guess is these are parts of a lamp or lantern. Do you know what it is? It's a Victorian cast iron paperweight from circa 1880s. It is either used as a weight when cutting fabric or for holding papers. The copper disc seems unrelated. The octagon was a popular geometric form in 19th century design, reflecting the Victorian taste for symmetry and ornate craftsmanship. What is this thing I found in my yard in Georgia in the US? I was cutting grass, and this revealed itself, and I thought it was my mower blade at first. Around 7.5 inches long, with a 3.5-inch triangular spike blade. It's blank all over. It's a bit heavy, and still very sharp. Any ideas? Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.